Morning YouTube, Trev here, Summit or Nothing, back out hiking on the southwest coast path. Today I've joined by my brother Rob, and this is in preparation for the Mighty hike which we got in a couple of weeks. So we've come to Dorset. Today our walk is going to be around the Isle of Portland and ending at Weymouth where our walk for the Mighty hike starts. So yeah, this is it, the Isle of Portland. Enjoy. So we're just walking through what seems like quite an industrial area at the moment, but hopefully soon we'll break out up onto the Isle of Portland.
Watch out.
Oh, and now I'm being stalked by screaming Summit or Nothing fans. Just noticed out off in the distance over there, a white horse carved into the side of the lime cliffs. Looks like we're heading away from the road and the industrious area. We were just looking at the old building up there. Not very scenic, looks like something out of Iraq, Cold War Russia. But hopefully the views are going to start getting a little bit better now as we're heading up onto the cliffs.
Getting a little steeper.
This has been a steady climb up here, but it's worth it for the views. Look at that. Beautiful. So passing the old prison now. Quite an impressive structure. So we're starting to be taken over by the wildlife there, isn't it? Now it's a family farm, so a bit of a change. So this is my older brother, older and wiser, and he lives
Debatable.
Portsmouth way. So when the Jurassic Coast hike come up, it just seemed a no-brainer to invite my brother along and meet in the middle. So we don't get to see as much as each other as we used to, do we?
No, not at all.
So any excuse. So how are you enjoying it, Bob?
Oh, it's great. Great fun.
And you prepared for the Jurassic Mighty hike?
When you mentioned it to me, I didn't really think too much about it. I said yes. And then when I looked at it, and I thought, geez, what have I let myself in for?
Well, even now, I'm still thinking, what have I let myself in for? So I think we're going to have to dig deep to get that done, haven't we, Rob?
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge.
But Rob does a lot of running, so he's not unfit. We'll be right.
Yeah, we'll come back on the Sunday and do the second half.
Yeah, we'll do that then. If we look over here now, this is where we'll be walking next week. And we was looking to see if we could see Durdle Door, sort of the icon of the Jurassic Coast. It's Durdle Door there, is it?
That is, yeah.
Hopefully next week we'll see it up close. Yeah. Turning off now, bruv.
He lives in a house like this. Caterpillars.
It could be.
There's one coming out there, one here on the branch.
Oh, it's a bit different landscape along here than I'm used to. Beautiful, though. All the white rocks up there. A fossil or two in there, I should reckon, Rob, don't you?
Yeah, look at that column there, look.
That's man-made, isn't it?
Just where it's...
There's a face.
Simpson's skull carved in the stone.
Boom. Well, this is an interesting little area. The Oak Church Cove, old church ruins, and then some lovely woodland. Popular though, a lot of people here. So I'd imagine we're near a road. We are here,
Yeah.
and the coast path's there.
So we took a turn there, maybe we should have gone down a step or two. Oh,
Go
okay.
Back again. So working our way all the way back down what we've just climbed. Only to have to climb back up again in a minute, no doubt. But there was no signpost telling us to go up there, was there? Oh, coast path, down there. I say it's not a proper walk if you don't get lost at least once along the way. It's quite a nice little landscape coming through here. You could be mistaken for being somewhere like Malta or some other Mediterranean country, especially on a day like this. So again today I'm out in my Colombian Conspiracy 5 trainers, so clocking up some miles on them now, and yeah, I'm so glad I've gotten them. They're comfortable, they're light, and so far no problems. Right, so it's approaching sort of 1 o'clock and we're about almost down to the point of Portland. You can see the lighthouse down there. We'll stop somewhere for dinner and then we'll be heading back up the length of the island again, and then got a good 2 or 3 miles into Weymouth, I should have thought, wouldn't you?
Yeah, at least. And through Weymouth.
And through Weymouth, yeah, and beyond. So we found this little covey area now, this little shelf. We're going to just sit out here, have our lunch, looking over the sea. Is that alright? Well, what's on the menu today, Trev? You might be asking. Bacon sandwiches, but not like you thought. I've made this, it doesn't look very appetising here, but it's called cloud bread. It's a bit squashed from my bag. It's carb-free bread, but it's high in protein. It's basically eggs, it's cream cheese, and a bit of cream of tartar, but it's high protein, low carbs, and it's actually quite tasty. And then I've put some bacon in there just for a bit of filling. So it's like having a fry up in a sandwich without bread. Yeah, so I thought that was a really nice tasty sandwich here, a good alternative to a sandwich. Recommended to me by Frank that I work with. So yeah, thanks for that, Frank. I know he watches. Down at Portland Bill now, right down the end of the southern tip of Portland. Beautiful lighthouse, have you seen him? So over halfway now, heading back up the island. So let's see what we see this side. We can see now all the coast coming into view again, and the big causeway, the big sand bank down there. It looks really impressive from the sky when you see that. And it does stretch for miles and miles. So yeah, we've got all that to walk aside at some point. So we must be halfway up now the western side of Portland, and it's been a nice walk. It's quite level, the cliffs sort of before and behind, pretty awesome views to take in. Always important to look behind. You can walk along and almost forget to look back and you'll miss that, you know.
Gold as charities.
Well, I'm glad they diverted us up here. Elephant. Well, the cliff path was closed. They diverted us in through that area there. It was really interesting, wasn't it, Rob?
It's a bit different. Somebody's been busy with the chisel.
Yeah, glad we got to see that. This has been a really unique sort of area, walking around the Isle of Portland. It is part of the coast path, but the choice is yours if you do it or not. Some people just skip it. It's definitely one Worth a day out, isn't it, Rob?
Oh yeah. Do not climb.
Right, now we're back out on the coast, on the cliffs. And look, you can see the causeway now coming in and shooting off into the distance. It looks pretty amazing. So we're right beside the road now, 13 miles into the walk, not even half of our journey yet, Bob, when we do the mighty hike.
It's a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah, it is an eye-opener. We've got to do this again. If you haven't already dug in, I'll put a link down below to Rob's walk. You can give him some money. I'm nearly up to my target. So help Rob get a bit closer to it, that would be much appreciated.
Absolutely would, thank you.
So we're now back to where we started, Chisel Beach car park over there. Now we're going to head on into Weymouth, around the coast, finishing up the Sea Life Centre, Lodmore car park, which is exactly where we're going to start the mighty hike in a couple of weeks. Well, here we are, just approaching the car park now. We're not far off, 20 miles after all that. Good walk. Enjoy that, Rob?
Very much so, yeah.
So that was more hiking on the Southwest Coast Path, the Isle of Portland and Weymouth. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, comment below and subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers!
Bye.